And we're back. Welcome to Six of Swords Tarot. It's your girl Bird. I did get a donation already for Big Kahuna. I can't remember what your screen name is. Please forgive me. But I also feel like I've gotten your gender wrong before. So please, yeah, whenever you're here, just let me know. We'll get started. My son is glued to my hip right now, per usual, and we're just gonna get started here. Hi, baby. I know. You're a good boy. You're a good little chicken nugget, honey. Oh no, not this one. Are we? No, there's fluid in here. Hey G, good morning. Bailey, good morning. Oh, here we go. How are you guys? Look at me doing a weekend morning live stream. Like, oh my gosh. I think this was like 4 years ago, but I'm trying to take Saturdays off of everything. And then I used to try to take like Sunday off of everything. And then I learned about like Shabbat. And I was like, hold on. I think there's something to this. Bailey, how is the baby? Oh my gosh, G, thank you so much. G, I would love to hear an update on what's going on with you. And Bailey, please tell me about this little puppy. He's good. Yay! I love it, love it, love it. And yep, so I'm just waiting on, I got a donation from somebody, but I don't know what your screen name is. So whenever you pop in, just let me know your initials and we will get rolling. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. That's great. Thank you so much, G. All right, let's open it up with a quick prayer. I'm gonna use some dragon's blood today. Why not? It must be early winter morning there. Yes, G, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah, it is winter morning for sure. Although we haven't hit the winter solstice yet, but it's definitely dragon's blood right in the mouth. It is definitely getting colder for sure. But where I live, it doesn't like snow. Well, it's not supposed to snow, but it's been cold, colder than usual. So winter is definitely here, especially, and my friends up north, Midwest, I know it's already snowing up there. So glad I'm not there for many reasons. And the snow is just the cherry on top. All right. Okay, so I'm waiting. I had a donation. So right now this is my list. I have a Big Kahuna reading and then I have G. If you donated the Big Kahuna, let me know your initials. Okay, perfect. Obliviose. Okay. Can you let me know? Hey, lady. Me was the Big Kahuna. Okay, babes. Hey, Kendra. What's up, girl? Okay, so Obliviose, can you let me know? I think I got your gender wrong last time. Are you a dude? Like, what? Can you just, like, let me know? And then let me know your question, and we're going to get right into it. And while we're prepping for that, so after I have Obliviose, and then G, and then anybody else. Thank you for your patience. We're just getting started. Archangel Michael, please protect this live stream. Spirit, please open me up to be a clear channel so I can deliver messages for the greater good. And so it is. We want very clear messages today. Okay. On a Sunday, I know. I'm going to see how I feel on Sundays, but I feel like I can handle Sunday morning. As long as I'm not, I don't know. I don't need to go off on a tangent. I need to do readings. Give me 1 second. We'll talk about that later. I want to ask about my job. I plan to quit. I want to see my options and how things will go with this job if I continue and stuff. General things. Money and all, I think is what you're trying to say. Thank you, Kendra. Kendra, I'll add you right after G. So give me 1 sec to update the list. So let me help you, because I think we have a language difference, and I just want to make sure I'm very clear with you. Okay, if you're okay with that. I plan to quit my job. I want to see my options and how things will go with this job if I continue. So you want me to read about, just so I understand, you want to know what's going to happen if you stay at this job? Is that the question? That's the question? You want to know what happens if you stay here or if you leave, or if I see other opportunities popping up? I want to get really clear for you. You want to know the situation at your current job if you stay. Is what I understand you saying. Welcome in, guys. Like and subscribe if you're called to donate. Let's get into it. All right. I want to know the situation. So I'm reading about what's going on with your current job. What's going on with your current job situation, money and all. Let's say I feel I need to leave. Okay, got it. So Spirit, show me the energy of the current job, and then show me as clear as possible exactly what Oblivioso needs to know right now, and guidance moving forward. It's getting toxic. I don't like playing around. Okay. So show me the current energy of their workplace and what advice we have for them, I feel like is what is oh my gosh, here we start. 9 of Swords. So you feel, I mean, this is a living nightmare is what you're experiencing. Holy crap. 10 of Wands. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. Here's the thing I'll tell you, my friend. Can you hear me okay, guys? Just let me know. So right in the center of the reading, we have the 10 of Wands. This has become such a crazy burden. But I will say about you is that you're a workhorse and you're willing to be treated like dirt until the bitter end with this Knight. You're a Knight of Pentacles, okay? And because of that, you're willing to kind of stick it out and wait and see if things get better. You are reading the room correctly. You are reading the energy correctly. This is a living nightmare. This is a very hard burden to carry. And I think Spirit would suggest that you start looking elsewhere to find a better job that's not as toxic. But let's see what else other energy we come into. 8 of Wands. Have you been looking for a different opportunity? Eight of Wands, 10 of Cups. What energy do you not see coming? King of Cups on the bottom, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. We're going to keep building. Spirit, show me. Show me. Show me. Show me. Okay. So what I will say to you is, here's the deal, my friend, and ask me any questions along the way, because I want to be as clear as I can with you and answer all the questions that you have, all right? I'm actually going to start at the end. So the end says you have multiple opportunities coming your way. You also have more opportunities than you realize. I think you need a break, or you need to step away. I don't know if you will have any, if you can get like a day off or some time off, but I think you need to remove yourself, even if you can get like one day off of work or something. I think you are seeing things very clearly, but the burden is getting so heavy that I feel like it's hard for you to imagine life outside of the box that you've created for yourself, right? And so what I would start doing is casting a wide net, 8 of Wands, applying for other jobs, networking, talking to other people, and keeping your energy really, really open. So when you, and I don't play with the whole like, manifestation culture, but I do believe in like energy and prayer and ritual and all these things, right? And so putting the energy out there, like I'm open to, please keep my mind open, keep my mind and energy open to what is right for me, so that you can clear a pathway for opportunity to find you, and you also to find that opportunity. Because when you move, the universe, spirit will respond to that energy, right? So if you start putting yourself out there and applying for jobs, I do feel that the writing is on the wall, meaning you're seeing things very clearly. This is a living nightmare. I actually think you stayed here too long. I think that you've stayed there too long, where you're really in deep, and you're really in the thick of how toxic this environment is. Another thing I'm going to tell you is, when you first got into this job, I don't care how long you've been there, you were kind of sold a lie. You kind of made it, I don't think that you realized that you had made a deal with the devil. You may have even been excited initially coming into this job, thinking that like, oh wow, this is a great thing. But oftentimes when things look, I know I tried to understand, yeah. So oftentimes when things are, when things look beautiful and shiny and new, and we think, oh wow, this is the answer to all of my problems, this job is going to save me, it actually had some nasty, rotten, moldy, it was built on a termite foundation, is what, and there were some rotten, sour apples as well. It's all a facade, yes. So now that you've realized the facade, but you, as the person who, you have your morals, your values, and your work ethic, someone like you is wasted at an organization that is built on the devil energy, is built on trickery, is built on illusion. It's all an illusion, right? When I had a conversation with my managers, they tried to force me to quit. I was like, I'm not having it. I told them I'm not giving in. So let me ask you this so I understand what your question is. Is your question that, do you want to stay? And if you want to stay, why? Why do you want to stay there? Is it for the money? Do you feel like there's nowhere else you can go? Yeah, no, it is not your imagination. You are in a toxic working environment. You, I would, if your life is a living hell every single day, why do you want to stay there? Is what I'm trying to understand. So my recommendation is for you to leave and go somewhere else so that you can feel better ethically about who you work for and what you're doing. But I don't know I have options. So we're going to talk about what these options are. So let's talk about that now. The energy that you don't see coming. All right, we talked about how you came into this, where you're going, what the options are. The King of Cups is a major job opportunity in the energy that you don't see coming. The King of Cups, when I talk about new job opportunities, he is the king. He has the biggest offering cup to give. And so there is something around the corner for you, but you have to make a plan and look for it. Two of Wands. You have to go out and actively look and apply for jobs. I am a crazy person. I have leads, tenacity, and I realized till recently I am good. Yes, exactly. You're a good person. You have skills. Listen, I would hire, out of anyone in the tarot, I'm hiring the Knight of Pentacles. Because the King has already achieved what he's need to achieve. The Knight of Pentacles is going to work their ass off. And they're going to do things the right way. They're not cutting corners, right? And they're going to work until the job is done. They're going to put in extra time. They're going to pay attention to detail, more so than anybody else in the tarot, okay? So now I would make a plan of exit. Two of Wands. We have the Queen of Wands energy here. And the Queen of Wands is also, you could, gender aside, the Queen of Wands is a witch. She's also a magician of sorts. And I love how this little cat looks like Willow down here. But anyways, my kitty. But yeah, there is a whole new world waiting for you. And I think that you are limiting yourself by believing that this is the only option for you. So what's coming in the future? A big job opportunity that is going to be better for you overall. Something that you can, the Page of Cups here, this is something that you can go into with a clear conscience. This is something that you can feel good about and you don't have to feel gross about. That's not as toxic and rotten as this devil energy situation that you've kind of got wrapped up into. You want to feel happy and fulfilled with the type of work that you're doing. And not only is it this one opportunity coming your way, like I think there's going to be multiple options and you get to choose which job you're going to move forward with. Let's jump in. Let me know if you have other questions to clarify. But so let's see. I don't like doing things exactly. I don't want to feel I quit too fast without giving a good shot. I would say keep doing this job until you find the other job. I don't want to give in without giving it a good shot. You did give it a good, but listen, but here's the point, my friend. Here's the point. You're in a toxic situation. No, there's no amount of work that you can overdo and overachieve that's going to change the toxic people that you're working for and the toxic environment. You need to take your good work and go into a good environment. You can do all the good work that you want to do all day, but you're still going to be in this really toxic, rotten environment. Does that make sense? So you feel like you're quitting or giving up too fast? No. I don't know if it's me who's toxic. No, I think you walked into a toxic situation. I think you walked into a nightmare here. I think you should trust yourself. And the other thing I will say is, I want to applaud you for asking that question, because a lot of people are not willing to look in the mirror and ask themselves, hey, do you have any Cancer placements? By the way, because many people are not willing to look into the mirror and say, am I the toxic one? Am I the a-hole? Am I the one who's having issues? For the fact that you're even asking that question is telling me you're not a narcissist. You're willing to blame yourself. You're willing to look at yourself. And that is telling me that I don't think that you are. Maybe you've had some moments where you could have, the Knight of Pentacles could definitely make some little snide comments, right? Because they know how to do things the right way. So maybe there's been days where maybe you weren't on your best behavior, but the core of the toxicity at this organization is not you. It's not you, in my opinion. Entertainment purposes only. Because you want to do things the right way, and you should probably take your good work to a good company. You have skills, but not good enough. And when I ask, you can do so much more, we want to help. So maybe they want you to develop. Is there a development plan? Is there like a mentorship for you? Like, what is the toxicity there? So it's gaslighting. So here's the thing. The devil is never going to say, hi, I'm gaslighting you. Hi, I'm going to take ownership for being toxic. The devil doesn't do that. You are playing a game. Yeah, I think that you are being manipulated. I think you're being manipulated. I think they're gaslighting you, and you'd be better off moving into another organization where you can clearly, where you can speak clearly to other people, and there's a plan for you. You're a CEO of your own career. We want you to succeed more. What kind of work is this? Like, that doesn't even make sense. Spirit, what's coming towards time to give? Honestly, here's the thing. I want you to answer this question. In your heart of hearts, do you feel like you've given your all to this situation? You work in networking, call center. Do you feel like you've given your all to this so far? Because this says a time to give. Have you really given it your all? If you have, then I think you have your answer. Your commitment is being tested. Also to yourself. Way more than I should have. Yes, your commitment is being tested. So who are you going to choose? Are you going to choose yourself? And deep within your soul, do you know that they're gaslighting you? Don't second guess yourself. And I dare to say that when we do that, when we think, am I the problem? Did I do that? You blame yourself for everything. Somewhere in your life, and it could have been childhood, your parents or some authority figure blamed you and scapegoated you for everything, to now where you blame and you put the burden of every problem of your life onto yourself. Your relationships, your work, your job, your friendships, everything. So the big hard shadow inner work for you to do, the lesson you're learning coming out of that Gemini full moon is, I can trust myself, I can speak up when I'm being gaslit, and I can move on and be in an environment where things are healthy for me. I want freedom. I'm done with it. Then be free, my friend. Step out of your comfort zone. So I would stay there until you find something else, unless you're financially able to move on. Your hard work is paying off, and it's time to take action. Yeah, time to take action and move forward in a different, and find a new gig. So good things are coming for me. Yes, but you have to take action and go do it. You have to go apply for jobs. You're networking. You need to go network with other people and find other job opportunities. Yes. But it's going to require you to step out of your comfort zone and put yourself out there. You can. I would say move on to the next. I think you need to move on to another company where you can work with people who are not gaslighting you, and people who find a good mentor or someone who wants to develop you and not lie to you. Because I think you're being manipulated. We have forgiveness. Forgive yourself for staying too long. Financial health. Focus on doing what you need to do to make sure your finances are in order, while also, searching for these new jobs. You're going to be busy. I will be able to find it. Yes, you have to network and apply for other jobs. We have spirit guide, and we also have love. Continue to care for yourself, take care of yourself. And I think you've told me this before, that you don't really believe in, I don't know if you're atheist or whatever, and that's completely fine, right? But I would, if you can't find a higher power somewhere else, find higher power within yourself, to where you trust yourself as your best friend so strongly that you know that you're guiding yourself in the right direction. You need to put your faith in yourself. A purple orb, weird things happen to me. Okay, well, here, look at this. The purple orb is here saying, hey, we're trying to give you a message here. It's time to... So are you open to putting the action in to search for these other opportunities? Spirit, show me what's coming. So let me ask that question. What's coming forward? Show me more about these options coming toward Obliviose. We have South Node. I think some of the people that you're dealing with in this toxic job are from past life. We have, I also have, I think it was some past life karma you were dealing with, whether you believe in that or not. South Node, Virgo in the 11th, South Node and Virgo in the 11th house. It is time to network with your friends as well. If you have any trusted allies or friends, let them know, hey, I'm looking for a job. If you hear of anything, let me know. Yeah. So I would cast a wide social network. Maybe someone that you've worked with in the past can help connect you to a job as well. Spirit, show me what else is coming towards Oblivio. Say hi, baby. Uh-oh, I just called in the BB girl. We have peace. Peace is coming in your life, which is good. Baby, get away from that flame. No. Collective consciousness. Tap into the alive field. Yeah. I think you're acting like you don't have control to change things, and it's like you're the CEO of your life. You have the slow down, recharge, take a break. There is peace coming to your life. Maybe you do need to take a break from working. Mission possible. You are going to succeed in everything that you do. Love this deck. Healer found. Regeneration, health, empowerment, vitality. Your vitality is going to return, especially if you, entertainment purposes only, I don't talk about health, but if you've been like stressed out, this is a nightmare. Right? The 9 of Swords, it's like you've been really going through it. What else is coming towards? Make sure you guys like the stream. It really helps out the channel. All right, so let me pull these. But yeah, I see other opportunities. You have to take the action. Peace being restored into your life. Don't second, when you know, and this will come with age as well, but when people are toxic and they blame you or they gaslight you about something and they say, I never said that, that never happened, I don't remember that. All of that's bullshit. You need, my readings are light. I don't know about that. How long have you been watching the channel? So stick around for someone else's reading. But, oh shit, what was I saying? Sorry. When someone is gaslighting you, you need to trust yourself enough to stand up for yourself. And you don't need to do it in a ratchet way. Meaning you don't need to do it in a dramatic way. You can just say like, okay, like you don't need to fight. I don't need to argue. I'm just going to tell you like this isn't healthy. Or if you're blamed for something, like you can walk away. We have action. Yeah. So Spirit's twice now saying take action. It's time for you to take action to get out of this situation. I also have, we have be patient with yourself. Trust yourself, which is what I keep telling you to do. We have miracles. I think you're going to be surprised. You're going to be surprised at what opportunities come your way when you trust yourself, when you stand up for yourself, knowing that this is toxic. These other people are gaslighting me. And embrace, the stage that you're in. Let yourself kind of chill out, relax. I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Perfect. I love that you're standing up. Yeah, I think you're getting to a place where, and that's probably why they've asked you to go, because they're like, this isn't fitting into, you're not going to be a regular mouse or a sheep like the other people that are working for them. And some people are willing to, put up with whatever because they don't care. Or they're targeting you specifically for some reason. I don't know. But all I know is you were sold a lie and you walked into a really toxic situation. So I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Thank you so much for being here. And I hope I did my best to communicate to you the best I could. And I will leave that with you. Up next, I have G. G, welcome in. All right. So, G, I think I used this for your last reading. I'm going to use Oak, Ash, and Thorn for you because it's an animal deck. Yes, thank you so much. All right. It's an animal deck, and I think it did pretty well with your energy last time. Because you're a fellow animal person, we're just going to go with it. So, G, go ahead and post your question. All right, let's see. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Thank you so much. All right, G, thank you so much. Live question. Whoop whoop. It's great to see you live. It's been so long since we got to do a live reading together. And general messages. General messages for G. Spirit, please connect me to G's energy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Please connect me to G's energy. Aww. Give me a sec here. They're taking me to your heart chakra, and your heart chakra is so strong right now. And I think because you've been through so much, and because of what you've gone through, I almost feel like your heart chakra is expanding. And what's so interesting about this, G, is after everything that you've been through in this last year or two, that would kind of shut people down. But I feel like for you, you're always able to integrate the negative experiences that you have and grow, and it gives you more empathy for others, which is really a beautiful thing. I'm blessed to have you. Say it from my heart. May you be blessed with all the happy. Oh my gosh, G, thank you so much. You're going to make me cry. That's probably why I'm feeling your heart chakra. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get into this, babe. Spirit, show me, what do we have for G? What are general messages? What does G need to know right now? What does G need to know? We have Temperance. Okay, great. Oh, beautiful. Okay, so very clear message, and I'm gonna keep going, but the first thing that comes through in this reading is we have the message of moderation is going to be key to this next chapter of your life. And I think that's something that you had to learn the hard way, especially, kind of burning yourself out with your other. I don't think that the new opportunity that you're walking into is going to be as harsh or as demanding as the previous environment that you were in. So the message here is Temperance. Look how gorgeous this is. Temperance is the card of moderation. Temperance is the card of figuring things out. We also have this paired with the Two of Wands and the Four of Pentacles. Temperance and the Four of Pentacles together are also a message of we need to do things conservatively. We need to do things in a way where we're conserving our energy. We're not overly, creating a day-to-day plan for your life that is sustainable. That is going to be the key to your ultimate happiness here. We have the Ten of Cups. Love, joy, happiness returning to your day-to-day life, which is really beautiful. And finding a good balance, because especially as we're getting older, I'm assuming we're around the same age. I can't remember. You don't have to tell me. But I feel like as we're getting older, we can't keep burning and churning all of this energy that we normally may have in years past for these companies, right? These organizations, whatever it may be. And so that's the big message here, is make a plan that's sustainable for your life moving forward. And focus on a friend of mine and I talk about this. It's like when I think of, all the buckets of your life, right? You have your spirituality, you have your friendship, you have your family. There could be relationship and wellness and, animals. And let's say you have 7, think of the 7 of Cups, right? Make sure that you are able to fill those other cups and not be overly filling into one of them as you're going through this process, because that's going to be the key to happiness here, is only putting so much energy in each cup. Yep. So, okay, let's talk about that. So we have a new fear, a new insecurity about lack of money. Spirit, what do you have to say about that? We have the King of Cups. Well, this new opportunity that is here for you, we have the Nine of Wands. This is something that you, look how beautiful this fox is. The Nine of Wands says, I'm not dead yet. I'm still going. I'm still fighting. And so even though this felt like a close call for you, you have been favored by getting a new opportunity. You are doing everything that you can humanly possible to keep yourself out of that. And I don't see that happening to you. Six of Cups, harmony, generosity, and goodwill returning to your life. I think that the timing of this new chapter of your life is happening because of karma and good energy returning to you. The Six of Cups being our card of goodwill and cyclical harmony as well. Oh, wow. We also have the Queen of Pentacles. What I'm seeing in this new position for you as well is there could be an opportunity for leadership or management in time, and there's room for growth here. So I feel like once you're, in your new position and things are moving along, I think that insecurity you'll be able to get to a place where you feel a little bit better about it. Because let me tell you, I have the same insecurity. No matter how much money I make, no matter how much money I save, and I think that comes from, I don't know if you can relate to that, but for me, it comes to like, I am all that I had. And so I have to make sure that I don't have a safety net, right? And if you don't have a safety net and no one else is paying your bills, it's like, especially as women, we have to be very careful about like, no, even if we're financially set and financially comfortable, I think that's something that we always carry with us, is some of those insecurities. So I think the key for you, G, knowing that, you'll have money coming in, is coming to peace with that, finding peace, knowing like, maybe this never fully goes away, but I think every day it can get a little bit better. Already started. Good. But overall, the energy is looking good. You may have to, I also feel like with the 9 of Wands, being not dead yet, like, give yourself time and grace to grow through that insecurity. Like, that insecurity isn't going to like hold you down forever. And some days the noise is louder than others too. Death. This is a life renewal opportunity for you. The darkness, you can truly say now with death that you've experienced your absolute worst fear and risen from those worst fears. Really. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. I try not to be loud and aggressive. Ooh, look how I feel like I'm always going to use this deck for you now. I feel like this is G's deck. Justice. Look at this beautiful wolf. Like, all you can do is the best you can, and the anxiety and everything else is just noise, right? Especially if you're saving and you are doing everything that you can do, try, and that's where temperance is. It's like, you don't want to over worry about one subject too much, because that's gonna tilt the rest of your other parts of your life off balance here. And justice is all about bringing things into balance. And I think that this job opportunity is restoring harmony back into your life. And dreams, and the Queen of Pentacles takes care of other people as well. And so you'll have opportunity to continue to help the people that you help, right? Spirit, show me what else about G. What else for G? Venus, 7th house, and Aries. Don't be afraid to create harmonious and balanced relationships in your new job. Your new job is not your old job, and it's really hard to break that when you come from a really bad toxic working environment and then you move to a new job. You assume, you get so broken down, everyone's this way. Not everyone is that way. Remain professional, but don't be afraid. Bring love, Venus. Bring love into the situation. I think that you'll meet actually at least one strong ally. Could be an Aries. Could be an Aries female, actually, which would work nicely with your Leo energy. Someone that you could trust or even befriend in the workplace. So that's really great. Spirit, show me what else is coming for G. What does G need to know? Breathe through tension. Yes. So when you have that fear, that insecurity, that money, that lack of money, right? or that fear of, uh-oh, what happens when the money goes away? Uh-oh. Like, I do the same with my retirement. I'm like, okay, I go on, ChatGPT, and I figure out how much money do I need to retire by the retirement age I want. And it's like, stop the insanity, right? Like, you can plan, but that can't be my whole life. Like, I can't let that consume me. So I play the money games too, and it's ridiculous. We have practice gratitude. Yeah. You do have a lot to be grateful for. And thank God, you have some really great, you have a beautiful family, and you can be grateful for that. Not everyone has that, Attend to the details. So I would say, through this onboarding training, now is a time to just really suck up all the information that you can with this new job. But I think you're in a good position. I don't know if you're into Chinese zodiac at all. Do you know what your Chinese zodiac is? But I'll tell you, 2026 is going to be year of the fire horse, which I'm thrilled because that's really compatible with me. I'm a fire tiger, so I'm like super excited. But let's grab some other, just from a different other deck. Let's not focus on work anymore. Let's just talk about you in general. Spirit, show me, what does G need to know right now? What does G need to know? What should G be focused? Monkey or rooster, not sure. I don't know. I always like to look up Chinese zodiac at the beginning of the year, because I do feel like I feel like it does resonate for me anyway. Enter the temple of your truth and learn to value it. What did you learn in the last couple of years? Integrate that as you walk into this new chapter of your life. Ooh, you are experiencing a spiritual blossoming. Take a new direction. Be open to new experiences, new people, new experiences. Let your energy, let yourself be discerning but open, because we can't move into a new, fresh environment when we're holding on to any old toxicity. But Leos are really good at kind of shedding that. So that's good. Have courage. Awaken the warrior light within you. Yeah, you became a warrior in this last year with everything you've been through. And I feel like that kind of gives you that 9 of Wands confidence, where it's like, look, anytime, so when something little or stupid comes up, you're like, girl, I've been through way worse than this. Like, this is child's play. Do you know what I've experienced in the last year? Like, come on. So, but yeah, I'm seeing good energy around you, and I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Feel free to look up, the Chinese zodiac might resonate for you, it might not, but I will leave that with you. And thank you so much for being here. All right, up next, we have Kendra. Thank you, G. I'm going to do last call. Kendra is up. Kendra, hi, I am here. Hi, babe. What is up? Mini general reading. Let's do it, girl. I want to see. Last call for donations, guys. I want to see what deck. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use Edgar Allan Poe for you, if you're cool with that. Oh, Lightseers. You know what? I don't think I have. Oh no, I do have it out. You choose. You choose. Or I can mix them. We could get crazy and I could, no, it's not a good idea if I get multiples of the same. Look how this one's so thick. Thicker than a Snicker, like me. Speaking of which, I'm headed to the gym right after this. Let's do Edgar. Okay, I thought I'd put this away. I couldn't find it, but it's here. It's a real crowd pleaser, so I like to leave that one out. Okay. Spirit, show me. Comments. All right, let's get connected to Kendra's energy. General reading for Kendra. General reading for Kendra. Spirit, I want you, let's get a full picture, all-encompassing message for Kendra here. 5 of Cups. Are you beating yourself up about something? Or is there some type of fear driving you right now? 9 of Cups. I love this Ace of Pentacles. King of Swords. Emperor and 5 of Pentacles. Okay, here's what I got. Eight of Cups on the top of the deck. Ten of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Okay. Here's the message. Do you want to know what the cards are before I begin? I have 5 of Cups, the Moon, 9 of Cups, Ace of Pentacles, King of Swords, Emperor, and 5 of Pentacles. Here's the deal. The key to getting what you want out of your situation is to lean into the mind, lean into intellect and action to get what you want. Even if you've been presented with some information that you don't like, or there is some fear that has come true. Okay, we'll talk about the money because that's on here too. You are not running out of time to achieve some type of goal that you're trying to achieve. Comparison is going to F you up right now. And not just you, we all fall into this game, right? Of doing something by a certain age or this, that, and the other, or whether it's, a boyfriend or money comparison. It's like, no. And it's easy, and I'm not saying you're actively doing that. I'm saying that this could even be a subconscious thing that is messing with your money mindset. Because you could go log on to, whatever social media and be like, oh my God, someone's on a cruise in Greece, and who's bankrolling that, right? You said, I feel like I have to have it all fit. Yes. And so I remember when I was in my 20s, I had hand-me-down this generation is in so much debt because everyone wants what everyone has. Like, I didn't have stupid Labubu money until I was like 40, almost 40, okay? All my stuff was hand-me-down. I wasn't trying to keep up with the Joneses, and I kind of felt like I was weird, which I definitely am weird. But I remember, going on like YouTube or social media, and there would be like these 20-year-olds in these apartments that are all decked out, and I'm thinking, where did you go to earn the money to pay for this? And the answer was A, they're either in debt, or B, someone is bankrolling them. And if you are not willing to go into debt or be bankrolled, you're just going to be a normal person, and you just have to kind of accept that. Exactly. You feel pressured. That's because that's where our society is. You can make a conscious choice to say, I'm not playing society's games. The wise decision we have here with the King of Swords and the Emperor. I am the master of my domain. I get to call the shots, and I get to direct intelligently what my actions are going to be. So that could be, I'm going to save this money. I'm going to invest this money instead of going to, I don't know what you do, what you shop, but like instead of going to Forever 21, I'm kidding, or like H&M, whatever the kids like to shop at these days, right? And I'm not saying like you can't go do this and that, but finding, what I think you might be interested in, and I have another Aries friend, we have Emperor here, which is Aries energy, that was kind of into this. If you're into like thrifting, I think you should look into like minimalist or like frugal saving, like YouTube culture, and check some of that stuff out and see how people save on like beauty and wardrobe and all of these things, because it's like we don't need to. I used to be a big fan of the minimalists, and now I have like a shit ton of Labubu sitting out here, but it's like we don't need to impress other people with what we have. And so when I buy things, so think long term, yes. Intellect, great questions. I'm going to answer that for you. Invest in something that's going to work for you long term. Meaning, it's important to think about your retirement, even now, even with as young as you are now. Finding a job, you're frugal with clothes, and I love that. So finding ways to start saving for your retirement now. If you don't work a job where they offer a retirement, start looking into, ways you can save, places you can save where there's like high yield interest and things like that. Because you can do, even through like a health savings account, this isn't a financial podcast, by the way, I'm just into this stuff. But there's ways that you can, but perfect. So even if you can put a little bit in there, it's wise to start that now and know that whatever you put in there, you're never going to touch it, no matter what. I don't care what happens, that compound interest is going to be make it or break it between you like rotting away somewhere because you don't have money when you're, 70, versus having the freedom to do what you want. That's morbid and that's intense, but having more money lying around, especially for retirement, thinking long term and planning for these things. So I would do the Dave Ramsey stuff. If you can get over his religious doctrine, Dave Ramsey is extremely wise when it comes to money. Perfect. I love that. Yeah. And so I think with the King of Swords, intellectually, this is educating yourself about how can your money work for you, investing in yourself, and knowing that your happiness is coming from your authenticity and the way that you live your life. Real people in real life look different than Instagram and YouTube and whatever the TikToks are out there, right? You can build real wealth, real legacy for yourself, by yourself, and know that it just takes time. And that's the other thing with Aries, is we have to be patient, right? None of this is going to come immediately. This is about putting in hard work over time. So if you can get over, the patience aspect of it, especially if there's fear around money, know that you can start over. So the beauty, I always say the promise of the Five of Cups is that there's 2 cups that are upright. Okay, let's say you're in a situation where you're like, man, I feel broke right now. Like, what did I do? How did I get here? And the Five of Cups says, let's start over. Let's not operate out of fear. Let's come up with a budget. Like, the best thing that you can do right now is come up with a budget and stick to it of what all of your, finances are right now, and then educate yourself about what you can do with your retirement today to set you up for what you want and your legacy in the future. And that's interesting. I think did I talk about financial planning in your last one as well? 8 of Cups. Maybe you need to move in a new direction. Maybe Kendra needs to move in a different way than the other people are moving in. Maybe people don't need to understand you. People don't need to understand the way you're moving. You don't need to explain it. Or maybe you get so into this, maybe that becomes part of your content. Financial literacy content is really popular right now as well. Spirit, let's see what else we have for general message for Kendra. I'm going to give you something else though, because 9th house, spirituality, long distance travel, Sun in Capricorn in the 9th house. So Capricorn is also a long-term thinker. Capricorn is the sign of savvy business. I believe, because I think I'm obviously picking up on your psyche here, the way that you believe in manifestation, and not in like a kooky way, but the way that you add spirituality to your day-to-day practice, I'm sure you already have, but include like mantras about money, not in an unhealthy way though. Like, I grew up in an environment where people had like crazy grandiose ideas about money, and they wanted to manifest money, and then when it never happened, they like wondered why. But in reality, like, it doesn't, there's so much more to manifestation, and like, we have to take action. So give me a second here, so I can articulate what I'm trying to say here. Your money, the money mindset and actions that you do every single day need to be tied in with your belief system and the way that you operate every day. And there's certain things which Aries doesn't always love this, but maybe so, but the Emperor, that is entrepreneurial energy. The way that you manage your money in your life, manage it like you're managing a business. Like, Kendra is the business. You are the business. I love it. Yeah. And so I definitely think that you're on the right track here. The next step is master financial literacy for yourself, because you are so young, and so many people, like, you'll be able to get to that emperor status where it's like, oh, you have a bad financial year, or oh, there's some financial hit. Well, that doesn't matter, because Kendra's already got like a year of savings, a year of living expenses, right? And that emergency fund. So Kendra's golden. The way that you're living financially may look different than your friends or other people, but that doesn't matter, because guess who's happy at the end of the day? 9 of Cups, you are. Yeah, it does feel lonely. I remember, and this is going to be whatever. I have 2 people on here. I'm controversial. I remember when I was young, in my 20s, and I'm from the Rust Belt. I'm from the Midwest, where it snows, the weather's brutal, the people are like, it's just a miserable existence. And so, I had no safety net. I've been working my ass off since I was like 14, 15 years old, right? And I remember being in my 20s and I'm working my ass off around the clock and then like I was dating, right? And so were these guys that wanted to date me even in my 20s, and I thought, why are you not working 40 hours a week? Why are you not why are you not working a normal job? Why are you not trying to get an education? And some people would think that like I'm sounding mean or judgmental or whatever, but that was my mindset in my early 20s. Like, why am I trying to build a life and legacy for myself and you don't really seem to care about your life? Hey, newbie. And, I carry that into my adulthood, right? Like, same scenario. I still see these hobo, smexual men out there who, like, why are you not working? Why did you not try to learn a skill? Like, you don't need a PhD. I'd prefer you to a PhD, but, like, why didn't you learn to become a plumber? Like, why are you sitting on your mom's couch? And so that mindset as well will help you steer you away from bums as you move into your 30s and 40s and whatnot. I will leave that with you. Welcome in, guys. I'm on last call for donations. If you're called to donate, let me know. But I see you becoming financially savvy for yourself to the point where you can really weather any storm here. Five of Pentacles. And the other thing about Five of Pentacles is, sure, I've been left out in the cold, but I know what I bring to the table. I can heat and warm my own home by myself, so I'm okay. Thank you, Jaded. I don't date broke men. Perfect. Don't do it. Okay, cool. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll add you guys to the list. Kendra, thanks for the reading/chat. Okay, thanks, babes. Hold on. All right, I got Jaded, and I got Newbie General for December. Let's do it, babes. Oh my gosh, I'll be your big sis any day. Okay. Let me see what kind of reading Jaded wants. Let me go into my ting. All right, Jaded, let's do it. I'm gonna use Everyday Witch for you. From one Scorpio witch to another. All right. I remember being in my 20s and I wouldn't date men that didn't have the same education level as me, and people told me I was crazy. People told me my standards were too high. And I'm like, really? Really? And every time I've broken a standard or like peeled back like, oh, maybe I could date them, it's always gone south. But then again, am I the problem? Going back to Oblivious's reading, am I the problem? Because I think the answer is yes. Every educated or bum, everyone I've dated has gone south in more ways than one. Anyways, we're going to keep it moving for Jaded. Let's keep it moving. I think my friend sent me a video today about like you know, over 30, no kid, like not being married or whatever. And I was like, I know I sound crazy, but seeing the carnage of those who got married and had kids, I was like, that wasn't the life I wanted. It's okay for us to not want that life. Anyway. And spoken as a Scorpio Cancer moon, Jaded comes in, having my back. I can't even fathom people who date men dumber than them. Well, sometimes they can be nice to look at. Like, date can be a loose term, right? I definitely had situationships with some dumb men. That was many moons ago. Guys do it, why can't we? General for December. All right, let's focus on Jaded's energy, spirit. And then we have a throwdown for newbie. Last call, guys. We're ending soon. Spirit, show me. Show me. Show me. General December reading for Jaded. Hanged Man. Perspective shift. Planning. A perspective shift. Planning is going to be the huge focus for December. Four of Wands, celebration. That I'm not going to necessarily bring it up again, but home, I also feel is in my readings is represented by the Four of Wands, but also victory within the home. So that's feeling really good. We have the Tower. For sure. Bingo. High Priestess. You already know what to do, Jaded. So the moral of December. Okay. Moral of December for moral of the story for December is you are the High Priestess. You know what you need to do, period. You know what you need to do, period. Okay? Queen of Wands. There's action that you need to take, and you know the action that you need to take. Hanged Man and Two of Wands. There's something uncomfortable that you have to do to get to where you want to go. Everything that you want is on the other side. I hate fucking saying that, right? But Spirit's like, we're going to dangle you by your freaking ankles to wake you up to realize that, like, the Tower moment is already here. Two of Pentacles, Seven of Swords, Four of Swords, and Five of Wands. I need to kick into high gear, exactly. You need to get radically honest. And the Four of Swords here is you don't have time to rest anymore. You hardly get anything done. I get tired and depleted easily. If you need help, don't hesitate to ask somebody for help. The Seven of Swords, don't lie to yourself. Don't lie to yourself. This is... If you keep doing what you're doing, you know what the result is going to be. If you keep doing what you're doing, you know what the result is going to be, and you're inviting chaos into your life. You need a plan. You need to channel this uncomfortable hanged man energy of being dangled by your ankles so that you can get a clear, sober view of your life. Make a plan but you have to move quickly. Queen of Wands, Seven of Swords. If you need help creating the plan, ask for help creating the plan. Because if you're hanging by your ankles and you can't breathe and you're still juggling because if you have like Mars and Libra or some kind of, what is your Mars sign, friend? I'm trying to understand where this is coming from. Because, do you know what your Mars sign is? Because if you can't make a decision and a plan, you need help. Virgo. Well, perfect. Well, I would say newbie is the same way. Okay, great. So you have Mars and Virgo. Virgo can come up with an incredibly immaculate plan. Now you need to light the fire under your ass. So it sounds like you have a plan. If your Mars is in Virgo, you probably do have a plan. You just need to, it's time to jump on it. The resting is over. Resting is luxury right now. You don't have the luxury. The tower's already fallen. If you keep doing what you're doing now, you're inviting more chaos into your life. So the advice is take the action and create the plan that's going to allow you to celebrate. Take the action. What is going to bring you joy? What is going to make you feel fulfilled? What is going to make you feel empowered? Queen of Wands, you are a witch, my friend. You are this Queen of Wands energy. You can wave this wand and make it happen. You have the ability to be happy and cheerful. And I'm not saying you have to be happy all the time. Trust me, Scorpio, Sun, Cancer, Moon, Honey, I fucking get this program, okay? It's an intense life we're living. But that doesn't mean that you can't shift your energy, take action, and allow yourself to feel the accomplishment and the achievement. Because this is going to help you. This achievement, this Four of Wands is helping you build a foundation for your home for the future as well. The fours are about foundation in the tarot. It's about building foundation or where there's trouble with the foundation. The Four of Swords is I need to rest because I rattled my foundation so much that I have to take time out and rest. But you are on borrowed time right now. Time is running out. Let me know if you need clarification on this. I won't go into a ton of detail. Sixth house of we have Leo. Leo, this is all about taking action. Do what you need to do to feel proud of yourself right now. Leo in the sixth house, that's talking about pushing it into high gear. Neptune can be about deceiving ourselves and not seeing things clearly. Where in your day-to-day routine are you being overly grandiose or not seeing things clearly? Where are you lying to yourself? Seven of Swords. This isn't about this is about where are you lying to yourself? The Queen of Wands needs to get real and create a plan and just effing get it done. What else is coming towards, you know what? I want to pull some shadow energy for you in this reading. Can you ask for help? Potion, transformation, resourcefulness, and change. Spirit is saying, if us hanging you up in this tree by your ankles is not waking you up, what is it going to take? What is it going to take for us to wake you up here? Dagger, action, bravery, determination. This is about like, and I know this sounds extreme, entertainment purposes only. I'm not telling you to risk your health. If you need to stay up for 2 days, if you need to stay up all night to get something done, put what you need to put into something, like the Queen, exert the energy that you need to, like the Queen of Wands would do, because once it's over, it's fucking over. There is no time to rest. Crystal ball, intuition, clairvoyance, focus. You already know what needs to happen. Let's get some messages of light for you now. We talked about the shadow. Let's talk about the sword of truth. This is all about being honest with. So this is about transforming your water energy. Like, you're feeling everything that you're feeling 24/7. As a Scorpio sun and Cancer moon, this is your whole fucking life, and it's always going to be this way, okay? And because that's my placement, I will tell you that. You need to tap into fire energy and air energy. You need to stand in your truth, and you need to take action to get it done. Period. And Scorpios can dig pretty deep. You said, oh, I can do that, no problem. Yes. Scorpios can dig pretty deep in a crisis to get done what they need to get done. So this is the message. Balanced schedule, heart living, and tantric union, fusion. Waves of inspiration, dedication, stamina, and new energy. Yeah, there's going to be a new energy in your life. And if you don't add new energy or change this thing in your life, you're inviting more chaos. Mystery school, curiosity opens up to advanced awareness. Yeah, so huge emphasis on the 6th house. With Mars in the 6th house, I'm trying to think of how the other planets right now would be playing with your 6th house, but I don't know offhand. And you probably could easily look at that because I think you know enough about your chart. Yeah, you need to bring more energy. I think what Spirit is saying is the planning stage is over. You already know what you need to do. It's all about action right now. Anything else, Jaded? I think that's the gist of it. Up next, I have Newbie. I'm going to leave that with you, Jaded. I hope I wasn't like too harsh with you. But, okay. All right, Newbie, let's do it, boo. Ooh, you know what I'm going to use for this throwdown? I'm going to use a dragon deck. This is called the Smoke, Ash, and Ember. As soon as I said her name, she was like, she's like, you're calling me the queen? She's so funny. Okay. So, Newbie, let me see what you want to do. I have another donation. So I'm going to start readings off. I have Kendra. So on my list right now, I have a new list. I have new Kendra, and then I have I think we have a new person. T, let me know what your screen name is. If you're a new subscriber, welcome, and you'll be able to chat pretty soon. All right, newbie, let's do your throwdown. Newbie wants to know. All right. Readings are now closed. I'll be on tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern. All right, newbie, any context on these? Or give me a second and I will read it in the, make sure you guys like the stream. It really helps the channel. And what else? Let me go back to my, okay. 6. And then I'll pull a general. Okay, cool. So you want to know the energy of each thing, newbie, is what I'm gathering here? Okay. Spirit, no context, they're all the same field. All right, Spirit, show me, and then I'll just pull overall one for the situation. Perfecto. All right, Spirit, let's do it. We're doing a good old-fashioned throwdown for newbie. I have Kendra, and then I have T. Welcome in, guys. T, if you're a new subscriber, I think it takes 5 minutes to come in. If not, just go ahead and let me know what your screen name is, and we'll get you right after Kendra. Okay, newbie, let's talk about these 6 people. All right, Spirit, let's tap into the energy of 1 through 6 for newbie, and let's talk about the energy of each one. Let's talk about the energy of each one. We're going to start with 1. I'm just going to say their number, okay? Number 1, 8 of Wands. Communication is on point. I do pick up that they are professional. I'm also picking up that this person is a little green, meaning that they have some things to learn still, but the communication is good. Number 2, 4 of Swords. No, this person doesn't have the passion or time or energy to do what they need to do for number 2. Number 3, Queen of Pentacles. Number 3 is very serious. Number 3 knows what they're doing. Number 3 could cost more money than the others, but number 3 knows what they're doing and I think genuinely wants to help. Number 4, I like number 4. Number 4 has energy, and number 4 has passion. And number 4 is excited, and I think I'm actually really liking number 4 out of the bunch for now. Number 3 isn't bad, but I think it just depends on what you're looking for. But if you're looking for someone who has passion and energy and drive, I really like number 4. 5 is a little dramatic. Let's revisit 5 and 6, the world. Number 5 is dramatic, and there could be a lot of drama that brings you more frustration. Number 6, the world. This person may move slower than the others, but can wrap things up in a bow where I think you're going to get what you want. It's just going to take a longer time. I still say 4 is my favorite. If I had to hire these people in a lineup for whatever you are looking for, my choices would be entertainment purposes only. I would say 4, 6, then 3. Or 4, 3, and 6. I'm just going to pull a overall, let me reshuffle here. What is the overall outcome of the topic at hand? Overall outcome of the topic at hand. Overall outcome of the topic at hand for newbie. High Priestess. Here's the key to what you want here. When you are interviewing or talking to these people, look how gorgeous this deck is. The High Priestess, be very, very clear. And before going in to speak with these people, tell Spirit to give you a clear mind, heart, and perception to pick up on the vibes of these people so that you get a clear sign to who is for you and who is not for you so that you don't waste your time and energy. I would also be extremely clear and communicative, which you are, about what you're looking for and what your time frame looks like for this job. Spirit, what other information does newbie need to know? I like 4. 4 has energy that you're looking for, but 6, I feel like Six could solve things and wrap it up. It could take a little bit longer with the world. My only concern, the others I'm not a huge fan of. Number 1 might sound good, but you, again, use your own discernment. Going back to this Queen of Pentacles, number 3, I think they're competent, but my other concern is they're a Queen of Pentacles. They're sitting pretty. They don't need to do this job. They could take this job and they probably could do it, but they're so comfortable in their life that they're not like eager to like take this on. Does that make sense? What other information does newbie need to know as the High Priestess going into this? We have, I would upfront say this needs to be brass tacks intensity from the rip. 8th house, Uranus in the 8th house. This is what I need. This is when I need it by. This is how I need you to work. And this is the goal of what we need to do. Extraordinarily Virgo, which you also have Mars and Virgo. You can be very clear about that. But I think that they will appreciate, like, you're not coming in hot. You're not coming in crazy. You're just saying, this is what I need solved. This is why I need to solve it extremely clearly. And also, what is the word I'm looking for? The reason that there is a sense of urgency here is because this is an extremely grave situation that needs to be solved, and this is why. The card for number 4 is the 4 of Wands. The 4 of Wands is victory. The 4 of Wands can rule the home. The 4 of Wands also has a ton of energy. But going into, I mean, you may surprise them with what you're saying and how you come in. And if they're not receptive to how serious and grave of a situation this is, then they're not the person for you. Yeah. So number 4 is my favorite, and then I would say number 6. But number 6 could take longer, but may even be more professional. But yeah, trust your instincts, High Priestess. I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Up next, I have Kendra. Kendra, go ahead and post. Tina, welcome. Perfect. I will add you right after Kendra. Kendra, let me see. Give me 1 second here. I'll use Light Seers for this one. And all right, Tina, you'll be right after this. Working with archangels more. Want to know if we could pull some cards for message. Ooh, cool. Okay, let's do it. Some good light energy. I'm all about that. I'm all about that. All right, let's do it. All right, Spirit. Archangel Michael, please connect us. In truth, loving energy, high frequency. Let's tap into your realm to talk to your people. For Kendra, the angels that Kendra is interacting with. Let's get messages from this realm, Spirit. So it is. Thank you so much. Let's tap into high vibe, high vibe, high vibe. Sure, you can. Yes, I can call on them. Kendra, let me know who they are. Michael, we got the home dog himself. Michael, Satial, Metatron. Okay, let's get it. Let's get it. Messages, Spirit, show me. It is important for you to find happiness in the small things. It is important for you to find happiness in the small things every day. We are helping you tame temptation to things that are not serving you. And it can be similar to the last reading. It can feel good in the moment to partake in little temptations of things that I think you know are not best for you sometimes. And this could even be like a social encounter, a social like activity, if that makes sense. The Empress, you are, trust your creativity, trust that they are giving you thoughts of inspiration on what to create right now. And lean into that. So even if you don't, like, if you're not like, yeah, I don't want to pick up the camera or whatever, what other type of creation you want to create, like, even in this winter moment, like, maybe you'll get some ideas and then you'll choose to create that later. Do not forget that you're the Queen of Wands. And you can be happy and light and joyful even when life looks really hard, because this world is a really, really scary place. It can be a really scary place. But they are helping and have given you discernment so that you can move in love, in joy, in growth, in creation, and not give into, like, if something feels bad, you don't have to like publicly condemn it. You just move you just move the other way, which I feel like Aries is pretty good at. 8 of Swords. The anxieties, the insecurities that you feel are temporary. That's it, and an illusion. And an illusion. You have way more power than you're giving yourself credit for. The Chariot. We're helping to move you forward through a transformation. The focus of the next year for you is going to be, and you may say, man, I already went through a transformation. You went through a location transformation and things around you transformed. The next final puzzle of the transformation, which is, I know, is an ever-long journey, but I feel like there's an internal transformation that's happening within you, and they're helping you with that. The Chariot and rebirth, death and rebirth here. We're moving forward, we're leveling up, and we're keeping it moving. We're keeping it moving. Okay, fine. In the moment of, I have this fear, I have this anxiety, I have this insecurity, how can I sit with this and sit in the peace, and how can I come to peace with this in the moment? And if I can't, give it up to them so that you can keep it moving. Because you have your eye on the prize. Your eye on the prize is the long-term goal that this Queen of Wands wants to create for herself. What is, and you know what's so funny? Look, what is the Queen of Wands looking at? She has this little ball of light in her hand. She's looking at what the Empress is creating. Keeping your eye on the prize. Because the devil, and I'm not speaking biblically here, but if you want to apply it to that, you can. The devil is trying to distract you. Look at this. Know that, and my cousin used to speak biblically, and I will borrow some of her language for this. When you feel fear, anxiety, that is the enemy. That is devil energy creeping in to say, Kendra, you should be worried about money. Kendra, you should be worried about this dusty ratchet boy over here. No. You should be worried about what am I creating here? What am I creating in this world for this life? And how can I transform? This is about transforming your mind as well. Look how powerful this image is. High Priestess. Boom. 8 of Cups. You are no longer the version of yourself that was sad and scared. It doesn't mean you'll never be sad again. It doesn't mean you'll never be scared again, or that you won't ever be in your head and insecure. But the challenges that you have that are behind you are effing behind you. Period. Yes, 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 yes. Other messages from her angel spirit show me messages. Pisces, 7th house, Pluto. There will be significant changes in your deep personal relationships. There could be an opportunity for a committed relationship, and also like new friends coming in. We have Pluto and Pisces in the 7th house. So Pluto is transformation. Pisces is very deep. In the 7th house, we have relationships. You may want to see what is in the 7th house of your birth chart, but there is going to be transformation. So this is like, who lives in our 7th house? Typically, that's a romantic partner. However, that can be deep, deep friendships. It can be like soul family and things like that. And it isn't the 11th house of friendship, but I mean, I dare say that the deep, deep people in my inner world, I feel they live in my 7th house. But yeah, this could be opportunity for a deeper committed relationship. Could potentially be a Pisces, but doesn't have to be. But they're trying to move you forward, especially towards things that are healthier for you, healthy mentally, for sure. And not keep you in, And some of it is culture, not to go back to your other reading, but some of it is like, okay, the culture has told us that this is normal and fine and that this is the thing. And it's like, this doesn't feel like it fits Kendra. This doesn't feel like it fits me. And I'm using my discernment to walk away. 8 of Cups, High Priestess. I feel like I'm being pulled somewhere else. Doesn't mean physically, it just means maybe I need to be around healthier people, healthier situations as well. So just something to be aware of as you move into the next year. I will leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. Up next, we have my last reading. Thank you, Kendra. Is going to be Tina. Let me get to your question. Tina, let's do it. I'm not sure if I'll be here. What is my Taurus male? Okay, cool. Welcome in, Tina. Welcome, welcome. I'm going to use Crystal Visions for this one. All right, Spirit, this is my last one. All right, Spirit, let's connect to Tina's energy. Spirit, show me. We have a Taurus male friend, grade school friend, reconnected after several years of no contact. What is this Taurus's energy towards Tina? Spirit, let's tap in to Tina's energy, this Taurus energy. What is the Taurus male friend? What is the energy towards Tina? Let me see what kind of reading you wanted. One moment. All right, let's do it. This feels good. Okay. Spirit, show me. Let me just pick up on his energy a little bit. They're showing me, this is weird. They're showing me a triangle, which may or may not be, give me 1 second here. I want to just tap into his energy. I love reading for people who I haven't read for in a long time, because I get hit with, like, I think I do love people at the end of the day. And energy and different, sorry, I'm being a weirdo. But yeah, so they're taking me to his energy. His energy does feel very grounded. He also feels like someone who he's serious about, he's trying to create a very solid plan for his life. Even if there have been some bumps in the road, I see him as someone who is open-hearted. They're coming through with, I'm seeing his heart chakra as very open. His energy seems sincere, and he is working on himself to create a better life for himself. But I am seeing him as someone who is very alone. And maybe not necessarily lonely, but someone who keeps their circle very small. Okay? And so it may feel like this is kind of weird that they're reaching out to me because it's been so long. Spirit, show me the energy of the Taurus towards Tina. Lovers. Strength. You said that would be him. Yeah, I'm seeing him very alone. I don't know if he's always been on his own or if that's a new thing, but I almost see him trying to come up with a new plan for his life. And that could also be him like moving or relocating or coming up with, because he's like, I need to make some serious changes in my life. And it may not even be that dramatic, but they're like, I want to invest. I want to have some good energy in my life. And maybe you are part of that source of good energy. We have the Lovers. We have Strength. We have 10 of Cups. Girl. 10 of Swords. Holy crap. Was he in a relationship that went south? Was there a divorce or something that happened here? Spirit, show me what else. 2 of Cups. Holy shit. Empress. Yes. So here's the thing I'm going to tell you. I think he's romantically interested in you. 9 of Swords. He is romantically interested in you. And first of all, thank you so much for coming to me for a reading today. I really appreciate you trusting me with this. So here's the deal, babe. He's into you. He's attracted to you. He thinks that you are a really strong and stable person, and he's gravitating toward you because that's the type of energy that he's looking for. I will tell you, there is part of him that is healing. There is part of him that is broken. He is trying to regenerate himself. He's going to tell you about this, okay? What I will say to you, Tina, and this is up to you, just throwing it out there, does he have a child in this divorce? We have a baby mama, Hierophant situation. I think the marriage is over. He's interested in you. He's looking for a source of strength. However, I don't know if you're interested in him or not, but make sure that you don't end up being some type of like therapist or shoulder for him to cry on. Because if you're, let me explain it to you this way, my friend. Let's say you, maybe, are you single or are you looking to be friends with him? Are you interested in him? Let me know that. Because if you are, you could be coming to this with a blank slate and open energy and emotionally available. And to some degree, I think you're not sure what I want yet. Yeah. So I would say he sees you as a source of strength. He respects you. He feels like there's a vibe. If you want to be friends with him, I would say you can dip your toe into this. If it becomes a sob story about his life and he's looking for a free therapist, major red flag, and see that for what it is, okay? But if he's interested in you and he's far enough away from the breakup, divorce, whatever it was that he went through, I do think that he ultimately wants to find a partner that he can build a life with, because that didn't work out for him the first time. I think that he is desiring marriage and a family and something that he can build with another person, and he's very traditional in that way. He wants a wife, he wants kids, he wants to get married. And he doesn't really want to waste time, but he needs to heal from this. So I think he sees you as a potential option. Like, you may have I would go into it with, knowing that this is a friendship that we can revisit. But if it starts getting to a place where he's like, hey, you know, do you want to go on a date and blah, blah, blah. See where his head is at and where his mind is at, because if he's not healed enough, you don't want to get into a situation where, and I'm just saying, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I'm just saying potential warning. Like, if all he wants to do is talk smack about his ex, or he's just like a crybaby. But I feel like this Taurus is kind of ready to rebuild his life. So I would say he is so slow to open up. We've been talking. Oh, perfect. Oh, good. That's good. Well, if he's not opening up. But yeah, so you've been talking constantly for a month. He's into you. He's into you. He likes you. I will also say Taurus men are the slowest movers of the zodiac. So if you're looking to, if you want something to happen quick, they can be very traditional, but they're very slow. So if you're like, oh my God, is he not into me? Like, what's happening? He could, like, I think he is into you, but it's just not going to be what you're used to. If you're used to dudes like, you know, trying to make other moves much sooner than maybe he is making them. But I think he's into you. I think he likes you. Do you have kids? Or are you, no kids? What's the, who has the kids here? Both of you or him? We got a pregnant baby. We got a family here. We got the Empress here. We got the Lovers too. I mean, the only love card I don't have here is like the Ten of Cups. Or no, I do have the Ten of Cups. It's right here. Lovers, Ten of Cups, Empress, and the Hierophant, which talks about like marriage. We both have grown adult kids. Okay, cool. So if he's far enough away from this breakup and you guys are both in a healthy mindset, I think he is looking for a solid partnership, and he's interested in you, girl. So thanks for answering those questions. Let's see what else. We have Jupiter, expansion, third house. He loves talking to you. Jupiter in the third house of Taurus. Like, this has become such a constant thing that, like, you can't. Now, do you live in the same place? Is he making plans to see you? Has he taken you on a date yet, or are we not there yet? I think he's interested in you. And I would let him, you know, make the moves here. There's a lot in common. There's a challenge. Is it distance? You live at a distance, so it's been online. Oof, okay. Mountain. Okay. Well, that was pretty clear. You guys do have a lot in common, maybe even spiritually. I feel like he's respectful. I think you're a good person. He's a good person. So that's not a worry for me. Spirit, show me the vibes of this connection. Romantic feelings. Release your ex. I think he needs to. I don't know how long he's been single for. We have very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. So I would, you know, if you're happy chatting with him, that's fine. I don't see any major red flags here other than kind of what I already said with him making sure he releases all that ex energy. And it sounds like maybe it was a while back, so who knows. But very soon, I think in the next few weeks here, I think he's going to let you know, you know, if he's interested in taking this friendship offline and into the real world. We live in it, but he's always messaging, a lot in common. It's been at a good pace. Good. And until he makes a move and makes this, like, have you ever talked about, that's probably a bad I don't want to be manipulative. But, like, have you ever talked about you dating other people? Like, would he, if you were like, I'm going to go on a date with John next week, like, what would he, I wonder how he would respond. But, yeah, if this is an old friend and it feels good, I say it's fine. If you get to a place where you're frustrated and you're like, he just wants a effing pen pal, then, you know, maybe you'll have to figure out if that works for you or not. Because some people just want a pen pal, right? But I think he's romantically interested in you. So, but it sounds like you said you don't know what you want yet. So I'm going to leave that with you in Spirit's blessing. But that's what I'm picking up from him. He sees you as a source of good energy. And yeah, if the conversation's going good and it's at a good pace, I say, you know, enjoy. I'm not sure. Yeah. If you're enjoying the chatting but yeah, let him make a move. If he wants to, he will. So I'm going to leave that. But yeah, I definitely think he's into you. It's so funny how we, like, once we hit a certain age, right? Like, people from way back in the day will, like, reach out and be like, oh, hi. Wow, this is how your life turned out. It's like, yep, sure did. All right, Tina, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you. I hope I answered your question. Yeah, that's his energy towards you. He's into you. He likes your energy and respects you as a person. All right, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much. Bye.